Tasya Heturvidya. Not understanding his purpose is ignorance. Not understanding this relationship of Brahma and Maya, that is universe, is ignorance. Systems of the mind. To detain the vrittis or tendencies of mind is a lengthy process. Ego is the step where perception of identity of self-being is conceived. A beggar may have a less or lower ego threshold than a dacoit. An officer will have a more ego threshold than his subordinate. A singer while singing or a lawyer while arguing at court will always try to bring superior or modified version to please and dominate the situation depending upon ego. This is due to continuous R&D by ego. Mind is neurocommunication, the interface between brain software drivers and body. Mind must reach the information to the concerning organ and execute the orders of brain software for both inward and outward transactions. Mind has the capability of reception and transmission of coded commands through neural network. When any information comes to mind, it transports the same to display pad or think pad, chitta. Chitta has to perceive the same on consent from ego and then store it in memory. Neural networking is chemoelectric transmitters and receptors that constitutes mind. Everything that comes in the form of information must be stored in memory protein. Intelligence, ego all work simultaneously where intelligence acts as a tool. This is a biological language of operating software. If we imagine an event where one is going on motorcycle on a known road, his mind is not attentive, still he travels balancing his body against gravity, crossing obstacles and reaching destination. Chitta or display pad is the first to start process of reception. Here inward system of transaction keeps vigil on actions, perception and navigation with the help of memorized earlier entire episode of travel. Mind is in partial absence for external transactions. While traveling on motorbike to an unknown destination or road, mind remains alert and attentive. Ego, display pad or think pad continuously scan memory to compare events through intelligence, that is a tool upgraded through knowledge and learning. Now the chitta is biological hardware that is present in the brain in the form of tissues, neurotransmitters and complex chemical combinations. Memory is the ultimate cause of life. Memory stored in memory protein is a part of hardware. Ego is the emotional weighing mechanism. Functions like random access memory, modern science may say that triggering situated in gland amygdala. Thus, the entire think tank is hardware, also the intelligence. Intelligence drives the system depending upon its upgradation. A basic genetic program of intelligence is loaded by the sperm for creation of hardware, and to keep the controlled process continuous, establish the system of inward and outward transactions, monitor them, create mechanical response for the internal transactions. Living is eternal. Aham Brahmasmi. I travel through procreation for generations. The intelligence is a combination of possibilities. Without the intelligence, the abilities of human would come to an end. Therefore, the destiny is intelligence. Man inseminates himself to womb of woman to be born again. Thus we live forever. This is how we are born again, through our sperm and developing intelligence for transferring the same to the next generation. We are performing to gain knowledge for evolution of intelligence. Therefore, let us learn the unique system of yoga, the science of intelligence and perception, step by step, respectfully, with the help of modern science, patience and dedication. Mind is always at work through senses and endocrine glands. Display pad or chitta has a property of provocation, and the provocation is to action for internal and external transactions. This provocation is under the threshold of ego and reference from intelligence, with every moment recorded in the memory. Provocation and perception is due to fivefold operating systems of mind: true knowledge, false knowledge, fancy, sleep and memory. Ego, the switching network. Failure of defensive functions of the ego in psychosomatic patients. Each neuron may have the store of neural networking ability, mana, display pad, chitta, intelligence, buddhi, ego, ahankar and memory as hardware, and mind operating systems as software. More than one neurons, the neural communication through synapse firing may establish action. Brahma, the sentient, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmam, who perceives pain, and what is the character of perceiver? If pain is the property of the character, then it would not be despicable to the character. Therefore, it is some principle whose property is not pain. If it is not matter, then it is not visible. Non-matter can only be invisible, may be software. You may call it a Brahma, Chetan, Purush, Jivatma, etc. The comprised software is Samashti Brahma, the software running universal or Shabal Brahma, the variegated or multidimensional program of creation. Vyashti Brahma, the individual software. The principle is part of creation. This principle is independent but manifestation of supreme principle. The Kenopanishad explains the principle, the Brahma, as driving and inexpressible.